most women why is people still, it's January 6th, why are people still shooting firecrackers? Like, I'm confused. Anyways, hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, as you can see by the title, I will be talking about my postpartum experience. If you have not watched my labor and delivery experience video, go watch the video now. I will put it somewhere up on the screen, but go watch that video first and then come back and watch this one. So one thing that I really had to get adjusted to was just, I feel like it was a big wake-up call. Like, no one really talks about, you know, bringing your baby home, like that feeling. Of course, you're just so, you know, excited, but you're also filled with so many other emotions. But we were still in the hospital. First of all, they were just giving us all this information, just so much information on top of information. And honestly, it was just it was very overwhelming because I'm over there, you know, sitting in pain and everything else that was going on with my body, and I'm just getting all this information left and right. And of course, you're not going to remember like every single thing they tell you. And of course, the nurses and everything, they're just trying to be helpful. But one thing I also kind of noticed is I feel like they treat you like it's not your first child, you know. Like, for an example, when we were like when we were about to leave, I had asked one of the nurses if she can just, you know, check our car seat and make sure our baby was, you know, strapped in the correct proper way, whatever. I was just being extra cautious, and I asked the lady, like one of the nurses, like, can you just check? And she kind of like had like an attitude like we were supposed to know this. And it's just like, some things I feel like they expect us to know, but they have to realize that we are new parents. Like, we're not gonna know everything. Literally on the way home from the hospital, y'all, I don't know if it was baby blues, depression, I don't know what it was, but I was just like overwhelmed with just so many emotions. I started crying in the car, and of course my husband was like, you know, what's wrong? And I had just told him, like, I'm crying, but they're happy tears, like just looking at your child. And it's just like, dang, like, you're here now. Like, you were in my stomach for 9 months and now you're here. Yeah, that ride home, it was just so surreal. The first day and like the first week was a lot. I think what made it a lot easier was having my husband here with me, because honestly, like, I would probably go crazy if I didn't have him with me for, you know, that amount of time that he had took off work. You're going through stuff mentally with your hormones, and then also physically. Like, I was in so much pain, even, you know, after the fact. So for those who have not watched my last video, I did end up having to get stitches after birth, and my tear was not that bad. It was I only needed like 2 or 3 stitches. But I was still just like very scared, like TMI, but I was scared to do number 2 because, you know, I didn't want to like rip anything down there. I was afraid to like put the water too high. I was afraid to, of course, like, you know, rub down there too hard or whatever the case may be. I was pretty much sore for the first like maybe 2.5 weeks postpartum. For those who don't know, most women like continue to bleed when they leave the hospital. I bled for over 6 weeks, y'all. It was over 6 weeks. And what happened with me, and I actually Googled it just to like see if it was normal, but I bled and then it stopped, and then it literally came back. When it came back, it didn't come back like real heavy. It came back very light, but I had to like give it a few days. I will be 9 weeks postpartum next week. But another thing that I noticed is like the doctors and the nurses, they ask over and over and over again about birth control, and it kind of like gets annoying after a while. So another thing, like physically, when I first left the hospital, my stomach felt like loose. It's hard to explain, but it just felt like loose. Like, I could kind of like feel my insides in a way. It's hard to explain, but of course, like, I had that extra pudge, you know, after giving birth. And mine, I feel like mine went down pretty quickly. It's still there, but it's like almost gone. And I also started back working out. That probably has something to do with it. And also I wear my little pregnancy band or waist trainer, whatever you want to call it. I wear that as well. So let's talk about stretch marks, y'all. When I tell y'all this, y'all are gonna be so shocked, but your girl did not get stretch marks the entire pregnancy up until after I gave birth. And honestly, I was just so shocked because I'm like, why are you trying to show up now? Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against stretch marks. Stretch marks, you know, run in my family. It's nothing that, you know, I'm ashamed of or anything like that. But, you know, throughout the pregnancy, I was like, wow, you know, I didn't get stretch marks. Y'all, I was fooled because probably like that same day, I started noticing just a few little tiny stretch marks coming on the right side of my stomach. And I'm going to put a picture up of what I used on my stomach the entire pregnancy. I believe it's called bio oil, so I'm gonna put it somewhere up on the screen so y'all can see. And I'm not gonna say that this one particular product is what, you know, caused me not to have stretch marks, but I do believe that moisturizing your belly, oiling your belly every single day, I feel like that is what can help when it comes to stretch marks. In general, when it comes to your child, make sure that you set rules, you set boundaries, you know, for your child, because at the end of the day, that is your child. I think that covers everything that I wanted to touch on. Motherhood is hard, parenthood is hard, but we have been getting through it. My baby will be 2 months Monday. Yeah, my baby will be 2 months Monday, and I am so excited. He is just the cutest little chunky baby, y'all. Yeah, but I'm just happy and I'm just blessed that he is healthy, he is happy, he is eating good, peeing good, pooping good. That pretty much concludes this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned for all of my other videos. I will probably be doing a lot of, you know, mommy related videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next Saturday. Bye.